talking about nutrition this Wednesday. So I really wanted to kind of go a little bit into what foods make your body feel good. When we talk about eating, the experience itself can be one of two emotions. It's normally like a good or a bad. And although I do want you to wipe those words from your vocabulary when it comes to food, there can be times when an eating experience, there we go, makes you physically ill, or you just don't feel good after eating it. Not because your emotions, but because your body literally rejects it. It's not like I ate this, I feel bad about myself. It's not that. It's I ate this, I physically feel bad. That is what I'm talking about when it comes to good or bad when we are relating to food. Not the emotion, the physical body itself. And that's when eating what makes your body feel good comes into play. So an example for you would be the way that I used to eat. I did not eat for optimum health. I ate food because I just wanted to eat it because it sounded good and I wanted it. And I just was like, this sounds like I want to eat this. So I'm going to. And these foods were absolutely delicious. But I absolutely felt like crap after eating them for a few hours to a few days. And that's not something that I really liked, because then it started to give me a negative emotion with my head instead of not even just a negative with my body not feeling well, because those two can relate to each other, as we know. It does turn out that the Pizza Hut pizza and Doritos that I was eating, I used to have junk food days. I don't anymore, because of my unhealthy relationship with food that I'm still working on for over the entire time I've been alive and conscious. And it can be very difficult to get out of that mindset of, well, I'm just going to keep going, But those are the two things I can't consume anymore. Pizza Hut pizza. I love a good stuffed crust pizza. I miss pizza. It's one of the main things that I miss. But now I eat the type that I can eat, which is a chickpea flour pizza loaded up with vegetables and goat cheese, and it doesn't make me feel like shit. It makes me feel good. I'm like, oh, I'm satisfied. I'm full. I could also go for a walk right now if I want to. Like, my stomach doesn't hurt. My body isn't sore. Like, I don't feel gross, like, in my body. Not emotionally gross, but, like, my body does not feel sludgy if I'm eating that. Again, granted, I can't eat those things anymore anyway because of my dietary restrictions of the gluten-free, dairy-free, and that whole thing. But they were really good. Like, they tasted good. I still really enjoyed eating them. I was bloated for like 5 days afterward, but that's okay. I don't allow my body to feel like crap when it comes to food anymore. It's just not worth it to me. I still enjoy all the things that are available to me, but I do so with caution. And I make the conscious decision of whether or not my Ben & Jerry's ice cream is worth it. I have 2 pints in my freezer right now that I got today. Ben & Jerry's vegan, gluten-free ice cream. They make one because sorbet does not equate to ice cream for me. I do eat sorbet almost every day, but the creaminess texture of the ice cream that like you really want on a hot day, I can't really get that because of the whole gluten-free, dairy-free thing, and I don't really like coconut. So that's just for those of you that are like, you could try coconut milk one. Not for me. I just not a fan. But I take that and I'm like, okay, is this Ben & Jerry's filled with artificial things and things that I am well aware are going to inflame my body? Yes. Am I still going to eat it? It depends on the day. I like to have it in case I do make the decision to have some of that ice cream that day, or maybe the entire pint. Who knows? I'll listen to my body when it comes to that. But is it worth it? And most of the time I say yes. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? It isn't worth it. I've already kind of been feeling a little crappy lately. Like my body hasn't been working right. I think I just need to stick to like my really whole foods right now. And then I'll have that again when I'm feeling better. You have to weigh those decisions and be really conscious about it. So I'm going to give you some homework. Make a list of all the foods that make you feel good, not mentally, but physically good. And maybe the ones that don't, eat more from the feel good category and make the conscious decision of whether you want to eat from the feel bad category or not. That's really what it is making those conscious decisions. Keep in mind, these are not emotions. We are using physical body cues. I ate this. Now my stomach is cramping. I ate this. I am absolutely exhausted. I feel like my heart is beating so fast because I'm on a sugar high. I ate this. This is how my body is feeling. Take the emotion out of it. just focus on your body cues. That will be very helpful. It is very difficult, but once you enter that consciousness of being with food, it does get so much easier. So do your homework.